pocket or something? Or on your pants line? Yeah, just clip it. Good job.
Does anyone want Rachel's handouts? Did you get one?
This one right here.
Good. Again, if you have to leave,
Good
please, if you would fill out an evaluation form before you go. All right. We have 3 more student presenters. Our next presenter is Lizzy Pedersen, who is a junior studying astrophysics and violin performance. Her scholarships include the Diverse Musicians Alliance Scholarship and the Chancellor's Achievement Scholarship. She's currently completing the Angie Zapata internship at the GLBTQ Resource Center here on campus, and her talk today will address bisexual marginalization. Lizzy Pedersen.
Hi. Gay rights. It's a common term. It's found in every GLBT publication, but it accurately describes only a fraction of the marginalized community. Transgender and bisexual people are marginalized in every society. Gay people often look at them as strange and exclude them. In my personal experience as a bisexual, I have been pushed away from lesbian and gay groups because of my sexual orientation. Bisexual people are marginalized not just because they're not heterosexual, but also because they're non-gays. Bisexuals experience high rates of being ignored, discriminated against, demonized, and rendered invisible by both the heterosexual world and the lesbian and gay communities. There are even higher rates of depression in bisexuals. Often the entire sexual orientation is branded as invalid, immoral, or irrelevant. Even in the GLBT community, there's discrimination against bisexuals. Bisexuals are marginalized in every community. The term bisexual can include several types of sexualities. It doesn't just refer to the men and women only bisexuality term. There's pansexuality, omnisexuality, fluid sexuality, and queer sexuality. Pansexuality is the potential for sexual attraction to any gender, including trans people. Omnisexuality is the potential for sexual attraction to all genders and to objects such as virtual people or dolls. Fluid sexuality is sexuality that changes, even on a day-to-day basis, and can fluctuate from heterosexual to homosexual or pansexual depending on the person. Queer sexuality is just a term that denotes unusual sexuality, i.e. not gay or straight, and makes allowances for greater deviance. Bisexual people face many stigmas. The most notable is the stigma of hypersexuality. Many people think of bisexuals as hypersexual because of their sexual orientation, when in fact bisexuality has nothing to do with that. Just because a person can be attracted to both genders or more than one gender doesn't mean that they have to be promiscuous. For instance, one can be a bisexual woman, like myself, in a relationship with a man without any woman on the side, despite one's sexuality. There's no necessity to be in a relationship with both genders. That's a common misperception. Likewise, one could be in a gay relationship and still be bisexual, since bisexuality is an identity, not a measure of actions. This is one of the main misconceptions by people, that bisexuality is not a true identity. One of the main complaints that bisexuals face is that they get the best of both worlds and that they are fence-sitting. Gay people think that bisexuals get heterosexual privilege because they can enjoy heterosexual sex and relationships and the privilege that come with that sort of thing. In fact, it can be harder to come out as a bisexual person in a heterosexual relationship because heterosexual people often dismiss the admission as a passing whim or a phase, or curiosity about being gay, when in fact bisexuality is a stable state of being. Fence-sitting describes the feeling of both gay and straight people that bisexual people just can't seem to make up their minds and that they're simply being indecisive. Again, this reinforces the idea that bisexuality is a phase when it is truly an identity. Both heterosexual and homosexual people can be cruel about bisexuality. Many view it as a trendy thing, something that people would pose as just to get potential mates. Biphobia is a common thing among both gay and straight communities. It can include a variety of facets, such as assuming everyone is either straight or gay, dismissing bisexuality as a phase, and suspecting bisexual people of AIDS and other STD transmission, which is connected to hypersexuality. Assuming that bisexual people want to fulfill one's sexual curiosities and fantasies, and assuming that they would be willing to pass as either straight or gay, depending on what community you're in and what the norm is. I chose a picture of Katy Perry's I Kissed a Girl because I think it's an example of biphobia, because it's promoting the idea of just trying something out for fun. And I think that bisexuality is about really knowing your identity. And Katy Perry's I Kissed a Girl is more about just having fun and goofing off, I guess. Biphobia can also appear in more subtle ways, like using gay as an umbrella term. Doing so invisibilizes non-monosexuality, so it makes bisexuals invisible. Saying things like gay rights, gay marriage, and gay sex implies that bisexual people are only included when they are acting gay or when they are engaged in same-sex activities or relationships. Instead, use the terms same-gender relationship, equal rights, and marriage equality. There's a lot of discrimination in the LGBT community. One of the most prevalent forms of discrimination for bisexual people is exclusion. I've experienced this a lot myself. You go to a GSA or a gay event and you just feel out of place because everyone else there is gay or everyone else there is an ally. And you just feel like you're the only one who's somewhere in between and you just don't fit in. And then there's outright discrimination, where people say bisexuals aren't welcome, or why are you here? Why are you here? One of my favorite quotes that I read was, "The B gets lost in LGBT," because people often use that acronym without thinking of everything that's in it. They lose the B, sometimes they also lose the T. And it's really important that we remember that the B and the T are there too. Bisexual relationships can be really complicated. While there is no need to be involved with both a man and a woman at the same time, it can be difficult to suppress one side while the other is being exclusively accessed. For instance, I sometimes have a hard time staying faithful to my male fiancé because I desire women so much. That's just a really personal fact about myself, but I thought I'd share it. Bisexual relationships can include long-term monogamy, like the relationship I'm in now, an open relationship with the option of sexual relations with other people, polyamory, with multiple sexual relationships at the same time, or polygamy, long-term relationships with multiple people. So in the picture, you know, one man married to several women or one woman married to several men. And there are also other relationships that you could come up with. Bisexual people live in two closets. First, from heterosexual people, the second from gay people. Coming out of one doesn't necessarily help you come out of the other. I think that the gay closet can be harder to come out of because gay people have a hard time accepting bisexuality as a stable state of being. They often want to dismiss it as a phase, like, oh, you just haven't found your gay side yet. You just haven't gotten there. You know, you haven't fully come out to yourself. But bisexuality isn't just a phase, it's a stable state of being. The straight closet can also be difficult to come out of. Straight friends can dismiss you as hypersexual or indecisive in the same way as gay friends do. Bisexual people are those somewhere in between people that one often forgets about. That is why biphobia is so hard to fight. The biggest problem is awareness. Awareness that bisexual people are just like the rest of us. Awareness that they have normal relationships and relationship problems and successes and failures, just like everybody else. Awareness that bisexual people aren't just having a phase and that they aren't pretending or fence-sitting or whatever you want to call it. Awareness that bisexual people have two closets to come out of. They have to come out to their straight friends, they have to come out to their gay friends, and heck, they might have to come out to their trans friends. Awareness that bisexual people, all of these things make life hard for bisexual people, and all of them can be addressed by education. People must be aware of the emotions that these things can cause for bisexual people. Anger over biphobia, feelings of isolation, feeling disconnected from one's community, and anything related to the challenges that come up when navigating a world that is ignorant about bisexuality. There is a need for greater inclusion in the LGBT community and also for growth of the bisexual community. Thank you very much for your time.